think one of the things that's pushed me into the digital world is trying to get some equality. There's lots of barriers for people to get online, and I think as a professional, it's my duty really to shout about it. So for me, Swansea is promising city at the moment. Geraint Turner, Programs and Partnerships Director at Swansea Music Art Digital. We're a community interest company that has the mission to provide equity of opportunity in digital technology spaces.
Are you Swansea born and bred?
Yeah, so I grew up on a farm in Crikevin Park, just north of Swansea. Lived there for 26 years. I moved out September 2018. So I set up a youth club in my local area. I stood for elections in my local area 2 years ago.
So how do you go from living in, I'm assuming, a very rural location if you were growing up on a farm?
Yep.
How do you go from that environment to being sort of at the forefront of working with digital technologies?
Good question. I think a lot of that comes from being interested in technology to begin with. I was quite fortunate that I was able to have mobile phones at a young age. But on the flip side, I was still using dial-up internet when I was 20.
What year was that then?
That would have been 2012, 2011. Yeah. There was no broadband really until, only the last sort of year since I moved out, as the broadband service on my parents' farm got better. So I think one of the things that's pushed me into the digital world is trying to get some equality. So from a personal background, I suffered a lot with dial-up, and it would be impossible to have these conversations using a dial-up connection. There's lots of barriers for people to get online, and I think as a professional, it's my duty really to shout about it and say, look, there's still these people who are so missing out.
How long have you been working with Swansea M.A.D?
Since September 2019.
Okay, and what took you into this line of work?
So I've always done, since I was 16, I've kind of been in youth work and youth and community work. So I set my own youth club up when I was 17. I run 3 youth clubs for a couple of years with local authority. I went into young carers as a activities coordinator, and then kind of took over the service. And then when the company closed down, I took it to the YMCA in Swansea. I've always been quite passionate about digital and the use of digital in any sector, but third sector seems to be a little bit further behind in terms of using technology to its fullest. There's lots of ways we can use tech and digital solutions to improve other people's lives. It doesn't always have to be paperwork based. So I think when the opportunity came with M.A.D, it was because it's a digital organization trying to utilize digital for its best, not being afraid to use technology. That was quite an attractive appeal for me.
How would you sum up Swansea M.A.D for somebody who didn't know what your business was about?
It's a community company that wants to work with the community to get everybody the solutions that they need. So whether that's trying to make a spreadsheet or compose an email or a presentation, or if they want to be the next filmmaker or film director and edit their videos or photography and everything in between. And then commercially, we are an organisation that can provide solutions for companies for their digital needs, I suppose, in that if they are a shop that need to go online, or whether they're a museum that needs to go online, or whether they're a forest that want a virtual tour, we can provide lots of different solutions for people.
So that's quite a broad remit you've got there. So how do you go about delivering it? Because I'm assuming you deliver these services in different ways depending on what's required.
Yeah, so we kind of split ourselves into training and then commercial products. Commercially, we get people to fill in specifications forms. So people come to us with all sorts of issues that they think are really like out there, they need support from like NASA to solve, when really everything that we've been put up against is more or less something we've done before. There isn't really much we haven't done, whether it's creating an app for someone, a website, or a bespoke 3D animation, gamification, virtual reality. They kind of set the parameters of that. So with our training and good causes arm, we were able to work with charities and help them create websites or archives or galleries or whatever they need. And for individuals, it might be that they need a qualification to get into an administration role, or they need a qualification of photography to get a job, help with their CV, interview techniques, basic skills, functional skills, office skills, anything they need really. That kind of takes them on the next step of their journey.
And of course, although you're Swansea based, and it's even in your name, the work you're doing though is not just restricted to Swansea, is it?
No, so our employability project is restricted. It's for 16 to 24-year-olds in Swansea, or with a Swansea postcode. But our big lottery fund isn't. We can work with anybody from anywhere. And obviously our commercial work, we'll take work from international if you wanted to.
Have you got any international clients?
We've got international contacts. We haven't had any work internationally yet.
What impact has the coronavirus situation had upon you?
So double-edged really. When lockdown does end, we are already ahead of the game in terms of digital. All our commercial work stopped. People are starting to go down the road of like, we got a small pot of money, we have to go digital, can you help us? And our answer is yes, because we still want to help people. So yeah, so the negative, we lost a lot of commercial work, but it's different commercial work that's coming back in.
So what is it you enjoy most about the job that you do?
Oh, that's a question now. So the difference I make to other people is probably the best thing. Whether it's an organisation who are new and don't really know where they're going with technology, or whether it's someone who thinks they're an expert or have done a course in university and want real life experience, being able to provide solutions to people and helping people get jobs.
As somebody who's lived in Swansea your entire life, taking it from, So how do you view city? What's the city like through your eyes?
I think as a county, it's so diverse. There's lots of lovely, interesting beauty spots and countryside. You obviously got Goa right on the doorstep. The city has changed a lot over my lifetime, let alone people who are older than me. But I think there's a lot of investment that the council have put into Swansea at the moment with student housing, businesses, the road infrastructure, and it looks quite a nice place to be at the moment with the new digital arena come in. I think that will create a lot of jobs, especially in the building of it. But even long term, when we get out of lockdown and coronavirus disappears and concerts can come back, I think people will welcome artists into the community, and it'll hopefully create some revenue for the city. So for me, Swansea is a promising city at the moment.
So you're quite well placed then, really, aren't you, right now, to be able to provide additional support, not just in sort of the nuts and bolts of helping people get to grips with the basics of using technology, but also in a lot more of the innovative stuff. So if somebody wants to explore, is interested in having a conversation about what you could work with them on and how technology could improve what they do, what's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
So people can either email me. So my email address is geraint@swansea.com, which would probably be the best way to get hold of me. I'm quite happy to talk to people, and they can phone me on 07956 391 865. Cool, awesome.
All right, nice one. Thanks a lot for your time, Geraint.
No problem. I'll see you Friday.
Bye bye.
Ta-ra.